Joan Rivers said that Michelle Obama was a man before she died.
Was that a joke? I thought it was a joke.
I thought it was a joke too, but the way she said it wasn't like jokey. She was like, oh, come on, everybody knows Michelle Obama's a man. Like, remember that?
Yeah, like, would Big Mike kill you for that?
Well, I think she died because she had 1,000 plastic surgeries. But
yeah, she was going under.
Yeah.
She just sees these big black arms coming over her face.
In a normal life, your marriage is the core of everything. A happy marriage produces happy people and happy children. And I just don't think she spent a lot of time on that. I mean, she really dislikes her husband. Super obvious. I'm not just saying that to be catty. I think I'm trying to feel compassion for her, but her hostility toward the guy is like unbelievable. And it's been
everything she says is negative.
About him,
how
for sure,
long have we known each other?
2007.
I can't even think of one negative comment you've ever made about Susie. I almost never say negative things about Doug.
When Joe Rogan and Tucker Carlson target Michelle Obama's polished legacy, it's not a critique, it's a controlled demolition. The PR gloss, the curated virtue, the magazine cover persona, ripped to shreds like tofu at a Texas barbecue. No softballs, no spin. Just brutal clarity and verbal napalm. This isn't analysis. It's a surgical roast, served raw.
That's it. This is the one.
Or the first woman
We already
president.
have it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
No, Michelle is a
I'm sorry, she's a what?
a transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh.
It's pretty funny how she said it.
Okay, we all know it.
So she's never had a real job in her life. She's like, has nothing in common with any American. She's nasty. She's a hater, clearly. She's utterly ungrateful for every special advantage she's been given her entire life. She went to Princeton on a free ride and she's mad at Princeton? Really? I mean, everything about her is like mediocre, mean, dumb, and not a single achievement in her entire life.
If Michelle Obama thought post-White House life meant green juice, book tours, and unbothered podcasting, someone forgot to tell her that Rogan and Carlson still have working microphones and zero patience for political cosplay. She's out here preaching sacrifice in designer heels, and these two just rolled through her brand like a wrecking ball in a yoga studio.
Now that he's a Netflix producer, along with his 8-adult wife, Michelle, he's producing more racial division. The latest is called Leave the World Behind. It's a fictional thriller about the collapse of technology and what humans would do with no phones or computers. The movie follows a family on vacation at a rental house, and one night they're visited by a father and a daughter who show up seeking shelter. They say their phones no longer work and they need a place to stay. So immediately the white family, because they're evil, that's included in their DNA of course, is suspicious of the visitors because they're black. And it goes on and on and on like this. Here's a clip.
I'm asking for you to remember that if the world falls apart, trust should not be doled out easily to anyone, especially white people.
Can't trust white people. They're evil. This is the guy, remember, who became famous at the Democratic Convention in 2004 by telling us there is no white America, there's no black America. Just one America. But of course, that's not really a profit model in politics, is it? So he's been stoking race hatred ever since, and the disarray around us is the result.
Start with the headline hypocrisy. Michelle reinventing herself as a relatable working-class icon while charging $250,000 a speech. Because nothing screams, "I'm just like you," like preaching empathy from behind a velvet rope in Balenciaga. It's like watching a billionaire host a budgeting class at Dollar Tree.
Michelle Obama says her husband was a way better president than Donald Trump because, among other reasons, he made America eat its carrots, or something to that effect. Watch.
The 8 years that Barack was president, it was sort of like having the good parent at home, the one that told you to eat your carrots and go to bed on time. And now perhaps we have the other parent. Maybe it feels fun to some for now because we can eat candy all day and, stay up late and not follow the rules.
Joe Rogan didn't even blink. He torched the struggle story like it was a Whole Foods on fire. That airbrushed Instagram reality Michelle pushes. Joe ripped it apart with bear claw precision. She's talking adversity with marble countertops in the background, and Joe shredded that illusion like it was kale in a Vita mix.
Everybody having a good time. The country's almost back to normal before World War III. COVID was just so strange. We lost a lot of people during COVID, and most of them are still alive. Yeah! Before COVID, I would have told you that vaccines are the most important invention in human history. After COVID, I'm like, I don't think we went to the moon. I think Michelle Obama's got a dick. I think Pizzagate is real. I think there's direct energy weapons and...
Then came Tucker Carlson, swinging like the brand owed him child support. He tore into Michelle's empire of books, documentaries, and stadium sermons. The entire self-help circus wrapped in candlelight and grit. She's somehow both the oppressed and the elite, the victim and the royalty. Tucker called it what it is, a deluxe PR campaign disguised as public service.
Where he was saying that Michelle Obama should run for president. If she won, she could pull out and China would just give up. I was fucking wheezing. I couldn't breathe. Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Then came the pity parade. Michelle lamented being labeled an angry black woman, right before cashing a 7-figure check. Rogan called out her speeches for what they are, Pinterest platitudes dipped in victimhood. And Tucker, he exposed the game, posing as non-partisan while headlining every left-wing fundraiser like it's a high school reunion tour.
I will not run for president.
Yeah, I've heard you say I think Michelle should run.
She could win. She could win, I think. I think if she ran, she could win.
Did you ever run for office?
No.
I have to ask you.
No.
No kind of office.
No.
I don't think she wants that, though.
No,
I don't think she wants that in her life. The bull that they dealt with over the 8 years when he was president.
Because I've got these 2 young people at home. Being the kids, the daughters of a president, just think about it. Not so easy.
That job for anybody that really good at it.
Yeah, I trust the person who doesn't want the job more than
Yeah.
the person who wants the job.
It's not something that I'm interested in or would ever do, ever.
Remember the lunchroom revolution? Michelle promised healthy school lunches, then served quinoa cement and kale punishment. Joe joked the kids didn't get thinner, they just lost their will to eat. Tucker stepped in and destroyed her outsider myth. She's brunching with Oprah, partying with Beyoncé, and yachting like it's cardio, but still pretending she's under attack. Please.
You know what? If I could make an arrangement where I had a stand-in, a front man or front woman, and they had an earpiece in, and I was just in my basement in my sweats, looking through the stuff, and then I could sort of deliver the lines, but somebody else was doing all the talking and ceremony, I'd be fine with that.
We know he wasn't really running the country.
Yeah.
We used to think he was actually running the country. Now they're like, no, he didn't even see those executive orders. That was all auto pen.
Then came the eye roller heard round the country. Michelle claimed she felt invisible in the White House, while appearing on every major magazine on Earth. Tucker took a beat so the irony could land like a piano. Rogan compared her transformation from garden party hostess to woke oracle as less evolution and more brand pivot, complete with soft lighting and a Spotify playlist.
Can you think, so the idea is, we were brave and we told the truth even when it was unpopular. Can you think of a single example, and I can, I watched carefully for 8 years, where Obama or his wife said anything that would be unpopular in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, or Washington, D.C., or Los Angeles? I mean, they seem to just read from the script of their friends. Did they ever challenge conventional wisdom on anything?
No. To be fair, let me do one. There was one time I heard him give a speech about Vietnam veterans, and I thought it was a good speech, and he basically gave no safe harbor to people who had attacked our Vietnam veterans.
Tucker didn't even need to exaggerate. He painted the picture, Michelle 2028, flanked by yoga coaches, DEI consultants, and luxury SUVs. Campaign stops at Whole Foods, voter drives at SoulCycle, and policy speeches read off Etsy prints. She's not running for office. She's launching a lifestyle brand.
Also, when she had her kids, were they private or public? Like, when he was a senator?
I don't know. I just know that
he was a senator, right?
Yes,
Before he became president.
for sure.
So
I don't.
what, law school,
yeah.
Senate.
I have no issue because I want to live. I have no issue with Big Mike. I don't care that they killed that sex slave in Martha's Vineyard. That's what happens to sex slaves. They drown in ponds. That's what happens. You fuck the ruling class, you drown a pond. That's what happens. If you get your little mouthy, you go into the pond. I don't have a problem with it. I have no problem. I think it's good. I actually think it's good. I think it makes our country fun. I think it makes us unique. I think Putin and them are scared of that shit.
They do it all the time.
I think Putin and the Chinese are like, you don't know what's going on there, because they got people that maybe they're men, maybe they're women, we don't know.
And Joe. He tore into the empire, the empowerment circuits, the healing journals, the You Go Girl Stadium tours. It's not inspiration. It's industrial-grade self-help merch. Criticize Michelle, and you're instantly labeled a bigot, a misogynist, or worse, a skeptic. Meanwhile, she floats above the chaos, dripping grace while her fans do the digital assassinations.
Joe Rogan is calling out Oprah and Michelle Obama for hypocritical speeches at the DNC. Watch.
She's up there talking about income inequality. Like, hey, lady.
Yeah, I know.
You're rich as like, how is that equal? And also, when Michelle Obama was saying, I think she was saying her mother or grandmother was always suspicious of people who took more than they needed.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
you are worth so much money.
Take more than they need. The Obamas have 4 mansions.
I mean, it's a bunch of rich people talking about rich people.
Michelle has a superpower. She can hijack any national issue and make it about herself. Rising crime. That's because people ignored her gardening. Inflation. Apparently, Americans need to read her memoir more carefully. She doesn't join conversations. She dominates them, like a legacy professor lecturing from a marble balcony. She's not speaking truth to power. She is power, dressed in Lululemon, with a TED Talk loaded in the teleprompter.